Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. I hope you're having a great morning. It's in the low 70s, supposed to get up in the mid 80s, and probably a record high for today. So it is a little warm right now. But next week, we actually have one night that's supposed to get down to 31. So you never know day to day what this weather's going to be. We didn't have any yard sales today, but we went to Lowe's. I knew this was about the time I bought my bubble gums last year, my bubblegum petunias, and they had them all looking nice and pretty, and some other good looking plants. They hadn't had them long enough to kill them yet. So we had gift cards, so we went on and bought some beautiful plants since we didn't have any yard sales. Tomorrow we have a couple sales. You never know whether they're going to be any good or not, but all you can do is hope. So I'm going to get started in just a moment and do a plant haul. I'm going to turn the camera around right now because I want you to see baby boy. My helper, he's thinking about jumping up on the table. And before I show you the plants, I just want to show you how beautiful the trees have gotten. The azaleas are full of blooms. I have one little lone tulip over there. But look at the Japanese snowball. It is doing wonderful. Look at the Japanese maples in the front yard. Aren't they gorgeous? Just love them. That clematis is getting ready to bloom. So it is a beautiful time of year. Okay, my helper is up here on the table, ready and waiting to help. Y'all know how much we love the bubble gum. I'll show you one of the tags if you're not familiar with them. They're Supertunia Vista bubble gum. These are what we put in these copper planters right here. I put them in one of my wheelbarrows, and I do a hanging basket, and they just do wonderful right up to frost. They love the heat. As long as you give them good drinks of water and fertilize them every couple weeks or weekly, they will do wonderful. And they're worth paying a little bit more. They're $6.98 is what the Proven Winners plants, but I'm a big fan of Proven Winners. So we bought 2 trays of those. And look at this gorgeous lobelia. Is that not gorgeous? I'll show you the tag. This is Magade Compact Blue Bay Lobelia, $5.98. It's a trailing. There's all the information on it. It sets hardiness to 0. But that one is such a pretty one. I always buy Bacopa. I think there's a couple of those in here. This is Betty White Bacopa. This is the one I bought last year, and it did beautifully. And here's the tag so you can read about it. Hardiness to 32. I knew it was not a perennial. Now there's my sweet boy sitting right there. And then I always buy the pink and white super bean. I can't remember what it's called, but they had the purple this time. This is Super Beana Cobalt. That's another plant that just does fantastic in the heat. Here's all the information to it. Hardy to 30. We're zone 7 here in Virginia, in my part of Virginia. I got 2 Bacopas. This is Bacopas. Diamond Frost Euphorbia. Let me turn that up, if I can get my fingers around it. It's hardy to 40. But it's another wonderful plant. Can't find the hole. And then I thought this phlox was gorgeous. This is called Eye Candy Phlox, mounding perennial. Cold hardiness to minus 40 to 50. I thought that was gorgeous, and they were $7.98. And this is a huge plant. Then I got the variegated periwinkle. I like hanging that out of pots. It is a perennial, and it'll come back. There's the tag on it. And then Purple Queen. I have some I saved in the garage, but I went on and bought a couple more of them. It's a trailing annual, but I actually have a piece that came back up in the ground that had fell off a plant. So I have a piece that did come back. I can't get that tag turned over. It's on there so tight. And then this, the Pinball Gomphrena. I can't tell if that's a fly or a bee flying around me. This was $8.98, and this did beautifully last year. Hardiness to 32. But the one I had last year did absolutely wonderful. Our flock is not quite as big and full as it was last year. What was hanging over the walls was crispy. We had to trim that off. But I think it will do fine. I'm going to fertilize it. Hopefully I'll have time in the next week, and it will get going and do beautiful like it did last year. So one last look at my pretty little helper boy. I do want everyone to remember all the ones that were hit with those horrible tornadoes in several states. I watched some videos on them this morning, and it's unbelievable, the devastation. So let's remember all of them in our prayers, and I know they would appreciate it, and I appreciate you doing it. So love and blessings to everyone. Have a wonderful day. Take a few minutes and do something you enjoy, even if it's just sit down and read a few chapters in a book. So we love y'all and appreciate y'all, and we'll see you again soon. Till the next time. Bye-bye.